So I decided that in this video, I wanted to just share with you guys what I've been using to moisturize my locks so far, and one thing in particular that I will not be doing anymore. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Alexis & Company. If you're new to my channel, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you like what you see. Feel free to explore my page a little bit and see what Alexis & Co is all about. If you are not new, thanks for returning, and I hope you enjoyed this video and have enjoyed videos in the past. Nevertheless, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. That way you can get updates anytime I post any new video, and we can form our little relationship here. My previous videos, many of them were me as a loose natural. I recently started my lock journey almost a month ago, so that's what I'm working with here, and I could not be more excited to be on this journey and to share the little bit that I do know in my first few weeks with each of you. So this video today is all about lock moisture, something that I'm still learning, but I thought that maybe I have enough knowledge so far to share it with you, to share a little bit with you. So when I first decided to get locks, my loctician was like, your scalp might be really itchy, your hair might be dry, so make sure you keep an eye on that. And if you are experiencing those issues, just use a little bit of oil and maybe a little bit of water and keep it moving. So she was pretty awesome in making me realize that I don't need to be a product junkie. A lot of locked YouTubers will tell you that you don't need a bunch of products, maybe a little bit of water, a little bit of rose water, and some oil of your choice. So I decided that in this video, I wanted to just share with you guys what I've been using to moisturize my locks so far, and one thing in particular that I will not be doing anymore. When I first got my locks, they were pretty fine for the first day or two, but I did experience some dryness maybe 3 or 4 days in. So watching YouTube, I learned that I would need one of these, just a little spray bottle with water, and I would need some oil and maybe some rose water. So I went and I bought my products. I got some sweet almond oil. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'll go ahead and insert just some shots of the product so you can see the brand, but it's just Shea Moisture's sweet almond oil. That was the oil of my choice, just because, no reason in particular, but it is very beneficial because it's rich in vitamins A, D, and E. So I always hear a lot of things about vitamin E and how that's like the magic cure-all oil, but I have yet to try vitamin E oil. I will try it eventually, but for the time being, this sweet almond oil works fine for me. So that's what I've been using. So I started off with my spray bottle, and I would spritz my hair in the mornings when I got up, because my hair would be pretty dry every morning. So I would start with my water bottle, just plain tap water in my bottle. And I heard that some YouTubers were using distilled water and filtered water just because they didn't want to use hard water from the sink. So maybe that's where I went wrong, but I would mix my hair with water in the morning, and then I'd go in with the organic rose water that I've been using, because I've heard some wonderful things about rose water. So I would start with my water bottle and add the rose water, and then go in on my scalp with the almond oil. Now, I didn't really find it to be too useful because, again, I was moisturizing every day, and I know everyone's hair is different. Maybe you will have to moisturize every day while you have locks. If you're like me, I still moisturize every day. But the one thing that I do differently now, and I figured this out a couple of days ago, is I stopped using the tap water in my spray bottle. So I just took that step out of my moisture routine, and I have just been using the organic rose water. And this brand is Sky Organics, and it is from Walmart, really cheap. but really good quality, organic, 100% natural. The only ingredient in here is rose water. So that made me feel really good. But like I said, I realized that when I was using the water to mist my hair before adding the rose water, my hair was pretty dry. It would still be pretty dry. So I was like, let me just stop using the water and add some rose water only before I do my oil. So if you're new to the lock game, you're gonna want to get some rose water if you suffer with dry hair or dry scalp or just itchiness, or if you just need a little moisture every now and then. Rose water is great. But when I stopped using the tap water is when I realized that, okay, rose water is enough. So I will probably not be using the spray bottle anymore, or at least for the next couple of weeks. I'll just be using rose water, a mist all over my head and scalp, and it smells so good. It smells so good. I'm gonna do a little mist now, actually. And this rose water it smells so good. It smells so good. But you don't need much, but I definitely go down my part like this. And once I get it misted everywhere, I'll do a nice little rub like this throughout my hair just to make sure it's getting on my scalp. And I'll lift up the back of my hair and do like the edges, and of course lift up this area and spray here. But basically wherever your hair gets dry, you want to evenly distribute the rose water. So if you have tried rose water, but your hair was still dry, maybe try not misting it with normal water first. Because once I stopped using this, I realized that my hair stays pretty hydrated, and it's not very stiff. So again, that's me just using rose water and sweet almond oil. And so I hope you guys find this information useful. And like I said, I'm pretty new to the lock game. I'm no lock expert, but these are just some of the things that I've been experimenting with in my first month. Also, something that's probably going to be really helpful to you if you're new to the game, or even if you've been in it for a long time but just have not purchased one of these yet. This is just a little applicator bottle, and you can see that it's pretty low because I've been using my almond oil quite frequently, pretty often. But I fill it up about halfway typically, and just put a little bit on my fingertips. And then once again, I just kind of go in and massage it everywhere just to make sure it's getting to the roots and it's on the scalp and it's evenly distributed and all that stuff. So distributed? I think I added like an extra D, but I try to make sure the oil is evenly distributed across my hair and scalp. And I don't necessarily go down the length of my locks. I typically just stay on the scalp and on the skin when I'm trying to moisturize and hydrate and things like that, because I don't want to weigh my locks down. So again, you guys, long story short, if you are looking for moisture and you're curious about rose water, I would definitely recommend it. Again, you can try to mist your hair with plain water before doing the rose water, just for some added moisture. Again, it didn't work for me too well, so I think I'm gonna stop using this for the time being. I might try it again in the future, but it's looking like the only thing I'll need is the rose water and the almond oil. Let me know your favorite oils in the comments below. Let me know if you like rose water, if you've used it, if you're allergic to it. Let me know what you use to hydrate your locks, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.